What kinds of assessments have you made regarding rising sea levels, and how vulnerable are your facilities, and what plans do you have in place to address these vulnerabilities?
Thank you for the question, sir. We have a shore infrastructure vulnerability assessment ongoing right now with my civil engineering staff. We're looking at natural disasters. We're looking at rising tide. I've got buildings that aren't able to withstand the seismic activity in some parts of the country. I've got shore facilities that aren't going to be in the longer haul able to withstand the rising tide. So that study is in progress, and my people will have some answers to us in the near future, and then we'll use those to inform our investment decisions.
I assume that when you talk about rising tide, you're talking about sea level rise.
Yes, sir. Or it could be for flood, hurricane.
Oh, I understand that,
yes,
but
sir.
I'm just concerned about sea level rise
Yes,
right
sir,
now.
both. There's different parts of the coast that could rise faster than the other based on whether the plates are sinking and the sea level is coming up or just the sea level.
Thank you. And Vice Admiral Ray, my question is, I know you're aware of how important the Port of Long Beach is to our national economy. A cyber event in the port could have far-reaching impacts and cause considerable damage to the regional and also to the national economy. What is the Coast Guard doing to protect our ships, safeguard our ships and ports from cyber attack?
Thank you for the question, sir. We've been, I'm proud of the proactive approach our folks have taken in this cyber arena. We've got authority to work this issue. We've really been working, for the past 3 years, we worked awareness with industry. And that ranges depending on the sophistication of the business entity involved. And we've got these coordinating units at each of our major ports in Long Beach, no exception, where we've got area maritime security committees, and each one of those now has a cyber element to it. So primarily up until now, we've been working the awareness phase along with awareness of industry standards for security. And then the next phase is to include this when we do our visits to port facilities and to ships to work through, and this is not an onerous, over-the-top type viewpoint. It's working with the facilities to say this is what we think you should be concerned about given your laydown, and kind of work with them on that. So I think we've been moving out smartly on this. The good thing too is industry has a lot of, at all facilities, they have a lot of motivation to get this right, and they're aware of the threat for obvious reasons.
Thank you, and I yield back.
Thank the gentleman. I'm going to yield to Mr. Garamundi because we got out of order.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for the series of questions, and also the question about sea level rise, extremely important. We've got a major problem here. Ms. Mack, thank you so very much for really identifying and clearly